What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Thursday edition of The Squeeze. I am Tyler Conium, and what did we say? They live to see another day. The Toronto Maple Leafs beat the Florida Panthers in Game 4 to make it a 3-1 series now. They go back home. Do they win Game 5? I don't know. I don't really care. We got to see the Leafs win a second-round game. We get to wear the hat for another couple of days. So that is what is most important to me. We had a good day yesterday. Overall day here on The Squeeze, 2-1. So we had the Maple Leafs on the money line. We hit that. We had the alternative line spread parlay, the Miami Heat plus 10.5. They lost by 9, so that hit. We had the Golden State Warriors minus 1.5. They won that game against the Los Angeles Lakers. That's going to be an interesting series. I've got a plus 1,800 on the Lakers, which is a 19-unit win. I'm hoping the Lakers can win this series and move on, and then we can start having some fun in the conference finals playing off of that. If you follow me on Twitter, we also had Washington Nationals on a plus 145. We had the Detroit Tigers on a minus 105 money line as well. So overall, it was a very good day. Before we start talking about today, I just want to remind you about BetStamp. BetStamp is their mission is to help educate bettors and improve their profits. Now they do this by enabling transparency in betting results by verifying accounts. So you can see down there, you can find me on BetStamp. Tyler Conium is my username there. All my bets are tracked. All of them are verified, so you know that the lines are real. And what I'm making I say I'm betting what I say I'm betting, and you can follow me. There's nothing hidden there. I'm all about the transparency. It also enables you to track all the lines across all the different books, so you're getting the best odds on all of your bets. That is at BetStamp. In the link below, there is a referral code to sign up for BetStamp, and when you do that, you'll get exclusive offers to all new sports books that you sign up for. Coming up soon, we'll be hosting some events, which I think will be really fun. I know a lot of my listeners are in the United States, but a lot are in Canada as well. For example, this Saturday I'll be at the Toronto Blue Jays game, and it will be a BetStamp sponsored event, which means some free food, maybe some free beers, and some free bets. So find that on BetStamp. Okay, let's talk about today. New Jersey Devils and Carolina Hurricanes. All the lines were 5.5 essentially for the entire second round so far. The books are finally going to 6. And for me, that's an opportunity for me to jump on the under here for the Carolina Hurricanes and the New Jersey Devils. If it was 5, and they really want this game. They think it's going to land on 6. And I'm a big fan of push potential because it's juiced. You can find it at a lot of places at 5.5, but then it's juiced to the over there, like minus 125, minus 140. Under 5.5 is plus 110, something like that. But the 6, again, I like the 6 for the push potential. I think you're actually going to see a little bit more of a low scoring game in this contest. Because they've been scoring, man. And you look at this series, you've had 6-1, you've had 8-4, you've had 6-1, and you've had 5-1. That's not really Carolina Hurricanes hockey. That's not really New Jersey Devils hockey. In the regular season, the Devils were a bit of an over team. The Hurricanes were an under team. But now we're at the point where it's a must-win game for the New Jersey Devils. It's a 3-1 lead in this series for the Carolina Hurricanes. Devils gotta play defense. This game's being played in Carolina. I don't suspect you're going to see another 6-1 final. 5-1 maybe, but that's a push at 6. 8-4, Hurricanes are on the brink of elimination. The Devils are on the brink of elimination. The Hurricanes are on the brink of advancing. We saw a very similar situation last night with the Leafs, and you get a 2-1 final. Both teams are playing for their lives. One team playing to go to the conference finals, one team playing not to go home. So despite the fact that all of these games have gone over 5.5, one has landed on 6, 2 have landed on 7, I can't imagine this is a 6-1 game. I just don't see it. So give me the under 6 in this contest for minus 114 at BetRivers. Moving to the NBA, Boston Celtics, Philadelphia 76ers. I'm going for it. I think the Philadelphia 76ers win this game. I think they win this series in 6 games. We've now shifted to Philadelphia, where the 76ers were 32-13 at home. Celtics 28-18 on the road. This bet is basically hinging on the fact that I don't think Mazzulla can coach this Boston Celtics team. He's too young. He's 34 years old. Remember, this was not the team that he put together. This was a team that went to the NBA Finals last year with a different coach. Mazzulla steps in at 34 years old, and he's got to go up against Doc Rivers. Now, say what you will about Doc Rivers, but this is a proven NBA coach. This is a veteran NBA coach who can make the adjustments. Celtics don't seem to have an answer for Joel Embiid. You've got Tyrese Maxey, who's playing really well. You've had James Harden, who's had 2 monster games in this series. They're starting to figure it out a little bit, where Embiid and Harden can both have good games on the same night, which they struggled with. Boston Celtics losing 3 games in a row, maybe. I think that they do. I think the Philadelphia 76ers win this game. Everyone's expecting this game to go 7 and for Boston to get this win, but Philly's looked really good, man. They've won the last 2 games, won in overtime by a point, 115-103 in the last contest in Boston. That to me was Boston had to win that game. It was at home. The series was tied. If you're going to make a statement, that's the game. And it was Philadelphia who made that statement because Doc Rivers is just going to flat out coach Missoula. Boston did not look good in round 1 against the Atlanta Hawks. Boston hasn't looked good even in their victories in this series. Yeah, they won 121-87 in game 2, but they just look all over the place. Jason Tatum isn't playing very well. And Embiid and Harden are rolling, man. Let's do it. Let's see it happen. It's a plus 120 bet at BetMGM. I'm taking the Philadelphia 76ers on the money line. Last bet of the day is in the other NBA game. We've got the Denver Nuggets and the Phoenix Suns. I kind of lead towards Denver ending this series as well. But I'm just going to worry about the totals because these are 2 completely different teams playing 2 completely different games versus who's at home and who's on the road. Interesting stat. Again, you look at the home record for this season. It's tough with Phoenix because they've added Durant, but they were 32-14 at home this season. But you look at Denver. Denver was 40-7. They won 60 games. They won 54 games. 40-7 at home, 20-25 on the road. They were an unbelievable home team, not a great road team. I can attribute that probably to the quality of the air. You're playing in the high altitude in Denver. You're able to run teams off the floor a little bit, but it didn't translate to when they played at home. When you look at we're taking the over here at 226. It's minus 110 at DraftKings because when you look at these games, the 2 games that were played in Phoenix so far this season, you had 129-124, you had 121-114. That comes out to an average of 244. Now, when the games are being played in Denver, you've got 118-102, you've got 97-87, you've got 125-107. That comes out to 212. So the books have just kind of taken a number a little bit in the middle, but 226 in Phoenix when this has gone over by an average of 20 points in the 2 games. And again, Phoenix is playing for their life. They have to win this basketball game to extend the series. And I just think you're going to see a lot more scoring. Denver, again, they don't have the defensive prowess when they're on the road. Like I said, they've given up 129 points and 121 points, lost both games on the road. The home team has won every game in this series. So if Phoenix wins this game, they're going to have to do it by scoring. So give me the over. 226 for minus 110 at DraftKings. There is your Thursday card. I'm taking the New Jersey Devils and the Carolina Hurricanes to go under 6 for minus 114 at BetRivers. I'm taking the Philadelphia 76ers on the money line plus 120 at BetMGM. And I'm taking the Phoenix Suns and the Denver Nuggets to go over 226 for minus 110 at DraftKings. As always, drop a comment if you're fading or following. You can follow me on Twitter at Tyler Connie for more picks and props throughout the day. TikTok and Instagram for just the picks portions, and your audio is on Spotify and Apple. Have a great Thursday, and let's talk sports.